Starting it. It's on.
Let's go.
It's on. We're on. Let me do a voice check. We're on. Say something. Let me do a voice check.
Check.
We're on. Say something. Let me do a voice check. Nice. All right. So Dodgers game just ended. Boom. 3-1. Dodgers lose. 11-4. However, we're gonna start this from Friday since the last podcast was on Tuesday. Just so we can recap from the beginning. But we can kind of speed run through it. Everybody knows Friday, Dodgers are losing 3-2. Bottom of the 10th. Bottom of the 10th. Bases loaded. I'm going to pause this.
Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah. Davis with the callback to the '88 World Series where what's his first name? Kirk Gibson, right? Kirk Gibson. Hits a walk-off home run. Well, actually, we'll get to that video later. Let me finish playing this one. So we open the series when taking home game 1. What did you think about the game so far up to that point? What were your thoughts? Give me your thoughts on the whole overall of the game if you can remember.
I mean, game 1 was just what we thought was going to be the tone setter of the series as far as the matchup going into it, the hype, living up to the hype, both number 1 seeds on each side.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened in a few years.
Yeah, I think we looked that up last week, I think.
Yeah. Let alone it being Dodgers Yankees, just the ultimate, MLB World Series that we wanted. And yeah, well, it looked like we're in for a back and forth World Series, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so
but this was just such an unbelievable tone setter just for the Dodgers in general.
Yeah, to not spoil anything, even though everybody knows it's 3-1 now. Yeah, so we take it, and it kind of like deflates the shit out of the Yankees too, because they were up.
Oh yeah.
They had just went up at the top of the 10th. So yeah, so here's the callback that we're talking about.
Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
Same area with the pavilion.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The only thing I want to see Dave Roberts.
I love that.
You saw how in the Gibson home run they kind of clip over to Tommy a little bit running onto the field. I want to see a Dave Roberts.
Oh, right here?
There was a camera on
Yeah.
If only there's a Dave Roberts cam there.
Yeah.
I want to see his reaction to that.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Great. That's so great. I think about that all the time. This is James Radov, Freddie Freeman post game. Those are the kinds of things when you're 5 years old with your 2 older brothers and you're playing wiffle ball in the backyard. Those are the scenarios you dream about. 2 outs, bases loaded in a World Series game. Gritty player playing her hits a walk-off home run in game 1 of the World Series. Sound familiar? Freddie Freeman hits a grand slam that becomes instantly legendary. Here's a cute moment of him and his father.
Freddie, grand slam, walk-off in a World Series game.
Yeah.
Where does that moment rank for you?
Oh, I don't know. Again, that's That stuff you are 5 years old in the backyard right there, and that's a dream come true. But that's only one. We got 3 more.
Going up to the plate against Cortez, what's on your mind? First pitch.
I like that. Oh, I'm just trying to be on time for the heater. It's all you can try and do, be on the heater closer to you. Try and push, leave the cutter and slider away, and I was on time for the heater.
Now, it was nice you didn't have to run hard. How was your ankle? You legged out a triple earlier in the game.
Yeah, I actually felt pretty good. The last 6 days, we treated it really well. I've been feeling pretty good, so right when I ran out to give
what a job by
the
training staff.
To my teammates, I felt pretty good because that was the first time I ran all week. So ankle's good.
You ran over to your dad after hitting that home run.
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
I was just screaming in his face. I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah, he's been there since I was a little boy, throwing batting practice to me every day. So this isn't my moment. That's my dad's moment.
It's been such a tough year for you physically,
My
off the
dear.
field with your son. Freddie, how gratifying is it just to get this done for your team?
Yeah, pretty gratifying. This ranks up there pretty high. It's pretty incredible. So it's been a long 3 months, but these fans here, when I came back that first game, they showed love. I'm just glad I was able to reciprocate tonight.
Freddie, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, and impossible not to think.
So he's talking about his son right there, right? Because he left the team because his son got really sick. I forget what the sickness is. Should I look it up? I feel like journalistic duty to Freeman son life and style. Okay, what happened? Freddie Freeman's son inside his Guillain-Barré syndrome diagnosis. So a viral infection when Max was left unable to stand or walk without any pain. Rushed the little guy to the hospital. So I guess, yeah, it's like an Instagram story. A doctor says he developed a transient this sounds like some Venom shit. Synovitis from the viral infection he had all-star week, day 3 of not being able to sit, stand, or walk. Any tips on how to take knee-down medicine? He's usually good at taking medicine, but he keeps spitting it out. However, the couple of later revealed the diagnosis last Friday. Klein went to full body paralysis, so yeah, it got pretty dire. And then Freddie we were very fortunate and got him to the hospital in time so they could reinforce his lungs. Freddie was in Houston at the time and rushed to the first flight back home. This gets pretty dark, but anyway, yeah. So he's fine now. Let me fast forward this. Yeah, it just attacks your nerves and your immune system, but he's good now. He's doing good now. Good, but anyway, so he missed time, and then when he came back, it was a very emotional day. Obviously, fans love, Dodger fans are like the greatest, literally, in the world. So he had a standing ovation for when he got back, and I think he homered the game he was back, didn't he, or something? Or am I tripping? I might be making that up. But I remember something good happening. Anyway, so like, yeah, so that's what he was referring to. So yeah, it's been a long year for not even just like Dodgers in general, like we're just the players, but just like in general.
Yeah,
personally. And personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like even, the reason why Vin Scully's like in a year that's been so improbable, the impossible has happened is because the Dodgers were not supposed to make it to the World Series that year. They were, at least from what I from not remember, but from what I know of reading about it or whatever, they made it, and then and they won. They ended up winning. It was like crazy. So like, yeah, here's a side by side picture. So that's game 1, and then Mania. Oh, the Lakers had a Fernando Mania. Yes. Okay, so then now we're on day 2. Game 2. Yoshi Yamamoto, which is game 2. Ice Cube opened up with the. He low-key does it like every year. Not perform, but I remember one year he had like a song that he did. when we played against the Cardinals and then LDS and then they killed us. It was
Mhm.
terrible. Andre and Matt back at Dodger Stadium for Game 2 of the World Series.
That was fire too.
Are these the only dudes that played with them? Like that are
I
still on the
believe
roster?
so, yeah, like
I'm-
the final year.
That has to be you, right? For sure, Kershaw.
Maybe not Ethier. Maybe I don't
No,
think
I feel
Barnes
like-
was there when Ethier.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay, maybe.
But Matt Camp, yeah, because he came back that 1 year.
That sucks. They never got a ring. But so here's Tommy Edman.
It is good. On that pitch. Hit in the air down the left field line. Towards the corner it goes. It is gone. Tommy Edman strikes again.
An absolute gem.
Yeah. Trying to get the World Series MVP. And Oscar also homers.
That's driven the other way. Deep right center field. Judge is back. It is
2-run
gone.
shot. And a 3-run.
Teoscar Hernandez puts the Dodgers back in front.
And then Freddie makes it a back-to-back.
Launches this ball. 10th yesterday. Hit that grand slam.
Oh.
Launches this ball. Right field. He's found the seats again.
And then
Yoshi was phenomenal, man.
yeah, he was great.
Every cent spent on him.
Oh, Aaron Judge
Devilish splitter. And
takes it to the
Yamamoto
bottom of the 6th.
That type of
One more time, one more time.
performance.
got him.
Nice. Anyway, here's
300 mil.
what,
worth-
8 years? 9 years?
worth
10
it.
years? 6.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Actually, this was a dope. I don't know if this is a camera. Oh no, it's not. The live broadcast had the camera following him from the back, and it just looked. Oh, this guy right here, this live broadcast guy, and this shot was cool because you could see everyone cheering for him as he's walking to the dugout. For as fashionable as he is in his expressing himself in his fashion, because he's like the truest Japanese guy where he's just very fashionable. When they're interviewing him after the game, he's just very like stoic and like no emotion. They're like asking him, he's just like, yeah, like this, that, and this, and he's like, all right.
It's regular for him.
Yeah,
It's regular.
yeah, that's literally that's what it feels like. Oh yeah, so game ended. That was good. But then Shohei got hurt. I don't think they're not gonna have a highlight of that, but yeah, he got hurt. So that's why there's this tweet. Dave Roberts says it's a shoulder injury for Shohei Ohtani. He said that strength and range of motion are good, but tests will be done. It was later revealed that he was going to play Game 3, and he did. Walker Buehler, Game 3 starter. There's a little picture of Kike.
Mm-hmm. Great picture.
Yeah, and then but now the World Series heads over to New York. Buehler starts. And
Bueller, fantastic.
who
Freddie,
else?
fantastic.
Who else? Freddie Freeman.
It is a fastball. It's ripped down the line. It is gone. A 5th consecutive World Series game with a Freddie Freeman home run. And the Dodgers are on the board first in Game 3.
Insane work from Freddie Freeman. Mookie scores here. Oh, he drives one in, but this was actually kind of crazy.
Defensive swing.
this right
put to
here
the
was
right
a
field. Soto's not
backbreaker
going to
for the
get
Yankees.
there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts
It's like,
finds
bro,
a way to bring
that
in
type of
Tommy
stuff falling
Edman.
in just.
And the Dodgers lead 3-0.
Stuff like that. Tough. And then you got Bueller, vintage
Bueller.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Oh man, masterful. I was so happy for him. Would have loved to see him go one more,
Yeah.
but I mean, what he gave us,
Yeah, it was more than enough. Or it was.
Yeah, it was more than we could ask for.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we're up 3-0. Stanton's on second base. Volpe's up to bat, and
This is just straight disrespect.
yeah.
It is what it is.
Hooks it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Stanton. Here comes Hernandez's throw. It is in time.
What a
Perfectly
perfect throw.
thrown.
Oh, yeah,
Teoscar
absolutely.
Hernandez
Perfect throw.
cuts down Stanton at home plate.
But Stanton is just chugging. It's like, you're not even trying, bro. Or like, I don't know.
That's as fast as he can go.
That how is that as fast as you can run? Because he's not even that fat. It just doesn't really make sense in my
No,
mind.
he's just buff and stiff. Dudes built like that don't run fast.
I don't know. It
They're
doesn't
not
look
meant to
correct.
run fast.
Yeah, he's like literally like a straight log, like running.
Yeah.
Dope ass picture, Will Smith. Tagging him.
Yeah. That third base coach
Yeah.
definitely got trued out. I'll tell you that.
Kike scores one here to make it
Kike gets the
4-0.
job done.
Scores Gavin. Also, there was, I don't think they have the highlight in here, but there was blocking at the plate that they didn't call. All good.
It wasn't blocking at the plate.
You didn't think so?
No.
Oh, okay, everyone at work was like blocking. Okay, but do you think he got his hand under the knee?
Uh,
I think he got his hand under the knee. I think it was enough to
looked like
overturn it.
from one angle, but it was definitely not enough to overturn it, though. There was only one angle where you can't even. There was no angle at all that had. You could clearly see his hand touch the plate.
Try to look for it.
Yeah. See, but there was no angle at all that you see him clearly touch the plate. That's why I said.
Commercials. Oh, nice.
The Fall Classic is back in the Bronx. It's Game 3 of the World Series. And the scene shifts from Los Angeles to New York between the Dodgers and the Yankees.
2 starts in these playoffs. Clark Schmidt, 9 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 1 homer, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He's expecting them to be very aggressive on him.
And he sees that Clark Schmidt is still walking up the back of the mound. Now Ohtani will restart his routine. He takes ball 4. It's a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Ohtani. He's aboard here in game number 3.
Schmidt comes back home and bats. It's a fly ball into shallow left field. Purdue goes on the call and the catch.
This ballpark so much different.
Was it after the Stanton thing? No, right? It was before.
Yeah.
Short to right, short to
let's
left.
see.
Freddie Freeman. He
I feel like it was
trying
early
to
in the
lift
game.
ball, I
Right
guarantee
there?
you.
It is a
Somewhere right
fastball.
there?
It's ripped down the line. It is gone. A 5th consecutive
Yeah, somewhere in
World
there?
Series
No, it
game
wasn't late
with
in
a
the
Freddie
game.
Freeman home run. And the Dodgers are
I think it was early. Let's see if this had.
Oh, that's
This
not even it.
holiday,
Oh, wow. That was them asking him about it.
Oh, right there, right there. Click on it.
This one?
The Fall
Classic
is back in the
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Dodgers are taking a peek in the video room. Their bench coach, Danny Lehman, says challenge. What a great shot this is going to be.
I feel like that's.
He's going to be safe. You think so?
How's that not blocking?
He got his hand
'Cause
underneath.
he has the ball and he's
the
not
Like-
gonna
guard.
tap.
You
Right
can see.
there.
Okay, fine. It's not blocking, but like his hands.
His leg blocked the hand from getting to home plate. It's kind of what I was thinking from that first view, but
Like that's safe. Now there's a tag.
Safe. You think so? Yeah.
Wait, what wanted it again?
He's going to challenge.
All right, so I'm
To
gonna
the,
pause.
to the front.
What a great
The
shot
front
this is
view.
going to be.
Like I feel like this one's a good shot. Boom, that's here or there.
He's going to be
Where?
safe. You think so? What a great shot this is going to be.
Pause it when you see his hand touch the plate.
Oh well, yeah, you're right. I guess you can't technically see
See?
it. I'm just like kind of like assuming because his hand was under. You can see that his hand's going under, but technically the dust is in the way.
but that's where it comes with the. It's got to be clear because the call on the field was out.
Yeah,
It's got to be clear that's why it's like they're not gonna get it.
From getting to home plate. It's kind of what I was thinking from that first view.
Maybe that angle is probably the closest I thought, but still, even this angle you can't even tell because of the dirt.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not clear, so that's why. I'm like, they're not.
Yeah, they were saying that like if the call was safe and they were trying to do the opposite, then maybe.
And MLB, you do got to give it to them. At least they're consistent. It's not like the NFL where normally they stick to the call if it's literally not clear.
I mean, I feel like this would be a bigger deal if we lost the game. But since we won, it's like whatever. So that's game 3. Kopech closes it out, and then game 4 bullpen game, and this was insane.
It's huge. Freeman cracks one deep to right field and gone again.
That's just Freddie Freeman having fun in Yankee Stadium. That's what that is.
So it's like sick. Is that a record?
That's the that's a record.
You gotta be kidding.
6 games in a row.
Yeah. He doesn't get this record at any other stadium.
Yeah.
But
I think they showed that like it wouldn't have been a home run, or at least Will Smith's wouldn't have been a home run. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. No, probably Freddie's either. That's
Smith
out,
sends a fly ball the other way. Back goes Soto, that short porch. It's got a chance, and it's gone. On an 0-2 pitch, Will Smith lofts a fly ball the other way to make.
John Smoltz said it in the middle of this game, I believe. He was
Should
like,
I just look up Yankees now? Probably the.
John Smoltz said it in the middle of the game, saying if the Dodgers played in a stadium like Yankee Stadium,
it'd be Raps.
It would be Raps.
Rappers want to see the Grand Slam. I heard this. This is pretty much what ignited their team.
Cranks the ball deep left field. This is loaded 2 out. Cranks the ball deep left field. Volpe with redemption.
Early in this, he had like fucked up on the bases, but he redeemed himself with this. Then Dodgers cut it to 4-6, and then after that,
This is loaded 2 out.
They completely go off, and we end up losing 11. But it's a bullpen game, so I'm not worried about it. Well, tomorrow it is
Jack.
Flaherty, yeah.
That'd be Flaherty.
So Flaherty versus Cole. What are your thoughts on this? For the record, no team has ever in a World Series. No team has ever gone to a Game 6 after being down 3-0. I think only 3 teams have gone to a Game 5. The rest, so I think it was like at a 24 or something.
I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, he's gonna have to hit. Gonna have to be better than. Gonna have to make Cole work a little bit harder this time around because a repeat of game 1 happens again, then we're gonna be.
He got pulled kind of well, not that he got pulled early, but didn't he still have like he probably could have gone more? I heard people complaining about it.
88 pitches. Derek Jeter. I know Derek Jeter after the game didn't like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. So,
but it is what it is. That's the game now, man. That's the modern baseball now.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much that ignites the rest of the team. It's to me.
We'll see. Only one way to find out, man.
Yeah, but I mean, would you say you think? Yeah. I think the Dodgers are more hot, or at least have been more consistent, obviously. And the Yankees have only showed out really today.
Like everyone who matters in the bullpen is gonna be fresh for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Flaherty needs to give us everything he has.
Yeah, and then obviously
Because Garrett Cole is going to be ready to go.
offense needs to come
So,
through.
Yeah.
So what's the lineup for tomorrow? Since he's a righty, does that switch things?
Yeah, it would probably be the same as today.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Hopefully next time we'll be world champions. Well, for sure we're gonna be world champions. I don't see them coming back.
Yeah, no.
But I'm just saying, at least hopefully by this time tomorrow we're already winners. I do not want to go to a game 6.
Indeed.
All right, cool. So now we can actually, is there anything else? No, that was it, right? Yeah. So let's switch over to football. Go first. We are gonna start with Thursday night. Vikings Rams. The Vikings had just come off a brutal loss to the Lions, or a game where they probably could have took, and then immediately were able to or then immediately had to play on Thursday night against the Rams, where Puka started, and I think Cooper Kupp also played, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they just couldn't. They just was too much for them. They ended up winning, and
you can tell that defense was a little exhausted.
Yeah, and
from Sunday.
For sure. I think Puka had 7 catches for 106. Kupp had 5 catches for 51 and a touchdown. The Vikings just being put in this tough spot, also with the Rams needing to win every single game. I don't really see this as too big of a deal.
Yeah, no.
I
agree.
Especially because they're so far ahead. Well, they're not far ahead, but as far as the other NFC teams. And they currently fall to 5-2 behind the Lions, behind the Packers in the North, in the 3rd spot, but are still the 6th seed. So
looks like they're gonna be a oh yeah, Packers. Oh no, Packers are 6-2.
Yeah, I think the Vikings already had their bye week. I know the Bears did. Yeah, and the Bear, so I'm going to, barring like a major injury, I think the Vikings are probably still going to be pretty good. So we're going to put them in the NFC North category. Yeah. NFC North category, they can go. The Rams. They look pretty good, and this is why it's kind of hard to mathematically kick them out. They're 3-4. Ahead of them are the Seahawks, Niners, Bucks, and Bears. All of these teams in front of them are trending downward, but you can say the teams that are currently in the 7 brackets are pretty,
Yeah, their division is gettable.
Are going to be strong to get out. So
that's why they're holding on to Cooper Kupp, Nacua.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're still in it.
Yeah, exactly. So Rams can move. Where the fuck is the Rams?
Fringy?
Yeah, we'll put them on the fringe. They just need to keep trucking along. Hopefully they can figure that out. For the Rams, they have coming up. They have the Seahawks, which is a good game for them because Seahawks are ahead of them by a game. They have the Seahawks, Dolphins, Pats, and Eagles. those first 3 games are very winnable. Could move them to 7-4. That Eagles game, depending on what kind of vibes they're fucking with, could probably also be a gettable game.
Depending on Nick Sirianni shaving or not.
Yeah,
We'll
literally.
see. Like it literally comes down to stuff like that. Like
Yeah, what kind of mood he's in. So, yeah. So I'm happy with this
yeah, that's fair enough.
range. This seems good for me. Ravens Browns. Jameis Winston's first start.
The one and only Jameis
Winston. I'm just gonna try to find the speech that he gave before the game because that shit was fucking hilarious.
The decal.
Yeah, the decal. Here it is.
Opportunities come once in a lifetime. And with those opportunities, we have to make the most of it. Every one of us have an individual responsibility to go out there and fight for each other. Represent the names on your back, represents the names that's on your helmet. Well, we don't got no decal. So represent the Browns, all right? One play at a time, all right? Together. All right, here we go. 7 on 3, 1, 2, 3, family, let's get it.
Well, we ain't got no decal.
Pause it real quick. Just think about this for a sec.
Yeah.
You got you're in that huddle, right? Think you're one of those O linemen.
Yeah.
And for the past 8 weeks,
you got some sex offender in your fucking house.
You've had Deshaun Watson giving you the most dumbed down, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Most dry, low monotone pregame speech. But a week later, you have Jameis Winston who's keeping it light. Hey, let's have some fun, boys. Let's go.
Yeah,
we don't
that
need
is
no
true.
Detail. You know how like pressure?
It's like a breath of
is
fresh
kinda-
air.
Exactly, bro. And that's what they look like. That's
Yeah.
exactly what that offense looked like, bro.
And so with that, also like the way he plays is like he only knows how to play one way and he'll throw the fucking ball. You know what I mean? And Deshaun Watson was not throwing the ball. So the fact that this guy's throwing the ball, yeah, albeit sometimes in double coverage, but like it doesn't matter.
Albeit to the other team.
Yeah, it's literally to the other
Directly
team.
to the-
But it's just, what are you supposed to do? I don't know.
How do you not like want to like root for a guy like that if you're on the old line? Yeah, I'm gonna block a little harder.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
with
James Winston.
Jameis behind me. Like, yeah,
Because I like him. He's good.
because he's a good dude. You know,
He's good, albeit like I think the worst thing
You're
he's
gonna tell
done
me-
is he like in
is
college he
what?
like started a food fight or some shit. I forgot what he got in trouble for.
or like got caught with plagiarism or something. I don't know.
Oh, what
and
was
his
it?
teacher was like, "Hey, like,
Oh,
chill,
food
you-
fight?
Oh, you're serious?
No, he
This is
literally.
the actual thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, literally he got in trouble for like. What is Jameis at J? Oh yeah.
EIS. Wow.
Winston
Okay.
college. Fuck food fight or like yeah. Please pop up. Here we go. Baseball?
Yeah. He's a baseball player too, dog.
Florida State quarterback and reigning Heisman winner James Winston was civiled a civil citation after sheriff deputies that he walked out of a supermarket without paying for $30 worth of crab legs and crawfish. That is hilarious. Wednesday, that 20-year-old Winston ordered the food at a deli and oh wait, no, this isn't even it. Is this it?
That's him.
No, this is him getting cited for. I think it's this one is the one I'm talking about. Oh.
Oh, this is even better.
Jameis Winston stood on a table at FSU and yelled, "Fuck her right in the pussy." Oh, because remember that video of that guy saying that?
Yeah. That was classic middle school.
Address
bro.
ladies James
Oh,
Winston.
wow.
Asked about pussy, he says, We're talking as things go on right now. Jimbo Martin's allegedly operates it. It's not a good decision, says it's something that has to be addressed. Okay, but what was it that did he get like suspended or something?
Come on, Doug. Probably reigning Heisman Trophy winner. He didn't get no suspension, Doug.
I could have sworn they like sat him for a game, and everyone was kind of like, really, just because he fucking said that. Wow. Oh, this is fun.
You have got to take another man's job away from you. Any discipline when you were in high school?
Yes, sir. I was disciplined for one game against John Carroll for laughing at my coach because he cried and he felt that I disrespected him.
Okay, what about in college?
In college, I got disciplined for a game against Clemson for standing up on the table and saying something wrong. And that's the only time I got disciplined in college.
Any encounters with the police?
I had one encounter with the police over BB gun fighting. I was in the trail hunting squirrels, and the police had rolled up on us, and they thought that I had an assault rifle.
Oh, thank God, nothing bad happened.
They thought I had an assault rifle, and they arrested us there.
Okay. And, you know, good to just, I mean, whatever situation it is, I mean, just address it. Boom. You don't have to go on and on and on about it.
I'm telling you, I remember that being a big story on ESPN. Like, oh, he fucking, they suspended him for that, for the table thing. But Clemson, I think, was asked at the time, probably, so it didn't matter.
What do you mean? I think that was the same time Deshaun.
No.
Or Deshaun might have been a little after, actually.
Yeah, he's a few years. Because remember, Jameis Winston was on the before the Bucks. Where was he? No, he was on the Bucks. Trevor Bucks? Yeah, no, he's older. He's like 2 or 3 years older than him. Yeah. So then,
Nah, Clemson wasn't Clemson until Deshaun actually.
Yeah. Deshaun was the one who started all that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. But yeah, I'm just trying to find any like. There was Anyway, so you texted me saying that Lamar has to come through in the fourth quarter for them to score to go up. They do score and go up, but then they give the ball back to the Browns, and then the Browns score. But I kind of want to find the drop. I still feel like they could have won the game.
Oh yeah, they should have. Yeah.
Boom. Like, what is this?
Third drop they've had today
in the
secondary.
But I can't
Reception.
Like, how many times are you gonna drop it, dog? You had it in your arms. Just stop.
I can't believe anything that just happened.
Like, what is all that?
Just hold on to it at one point.
But I can't
There. Just keep holding tight.
Squeeze as hard.
Yeah, just squeeze as hard as you can. But yeah, so then after this, Jameis throws a dime to Pat Tillman in the end zone, if I can find that.
I can't believe anything that just happened.
It's the third drop they've had today in the secondary.
But I can't believe
Reception.
I mean, that's why they say that, you know, guys who can't catch play defense. But
he had 3 opportunities in one try to just squeeze as hard as he could to hold on, and he never did.
Oh, here it is. Boom. So here's a go ahead touchdown.
Winston going for it all.
Which is a fucking dime, by the way.
Winston going for it all.
But that Ravens secondary is
Yes, they are ass. I don't know what's going on with him. I think 2 corners weren't playing, but regardless, it's like, come on. Schematically, you shouldn't be this
Winston going for it all.
Look how much separation is this?
He's got it.
It's too much of that. It's not even like, yeah, I totally understand.
So, yeah, there's still like a minute left. I feel like the Ravens were trying too hard to just pass, try to get to the end. But they ended up losing the game anyway.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, Andy. Because when I sent you that text,
it was before this.
Yeah. When I sent you that text, it was on that drive. That's exactly when I tuned in. On that drive, I'm like, okay, they're down, plenty of time.
Yeah.
like, there's no way the Ravens lose this. This is an easy boom. They ended up scoring.
Yeah, Derrick Henry
And
scored,
anyways,
right?
they'll lose. Yeah.
They scored too quick.
They lose. And then I go back after. I'm like, how did they lose this? Besides their secondary being horrible. And then I look at the box score, and Derrick Henry has 11 carries.
Yeah.
Only. That is criminal. And I'm like, oh my god, that's all I need to know. That's why they lost. Because he's only carrying the ball 11 times.
Yeah, and like, and it's like, they just gave Jameis Winston too much time. You know what I mean? He might as well be Tom Brady. Like, so especially with your defense, it's like not good and can't really like not
Can't
stopping
cover
them.
nobody.
For some reason, the defense plays as good as like they want to play. You know what I mean? Like if they're playing a shitty team, they're gonna play as good as the shitty team plays, I guess. But none the wiser. Ravens fall to 5-3, and the Steelers are up now, back in the lead at 6-2. So I mean, I still think
We'll
the
get
Ravens
to them in a sec,
are
huh?
probably probably still gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
They just have this like syndrome of like, we're gonna play, if we're playing a shitty team, we're just not gonna try, and then we should be good.
We're gonna play down to their level.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, we're
Hopefully
down
we can
4
turn it on.
with 4 minutes left. Like, fuck,
They're trying to be the Chiefs, and they're not. the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
exactly. That's
Being
the
able
thing.
to flick on whenever you want.
But the
It's
Browns
a
are still a
Chiefs play
cross
all the
off,
time.
so
Oh, yeah, for
they're
sure.
mathematically out of it anyway, so that's fine. Next game, Titans Lions. Not much to say about this one either. Titans cross off, but the Lions, fantasy wise, were not good for me because Goff had what?
No idea.
They scored like it was like a college game. They scored like 52
Oh yeah,
points.
yeah, but he
And Goff had 85 yards but 3
What?
touchdowns. So like I get 3 touchdowns a lot. That's like 18 points.
Oh, they're just running
But
all
with
over.
85 yards, that's like
How many points was that?
that's like 8.5 points plus the 3 touchdowns, so like 26 points. But most of the time when
That's
someone
a
has 3
decent
touchdowns,
day.
when someone has 3 touchdowns, if they have 200 points, that's 20 points.
No, you're thinking just get at least 100 passing yards.
Yes, that's
some
like
kind
then
of
that'd be
bonus, no?
But like especially nowadays,
No, I feel you.
motherfuckers be getting like way more. But yeah. So I think even fucking David Montgomery had a passing touchdown. Like the shit was literally like college. And yeah, he had 26.6. Kirk Cousins had 53.2 person I was going against.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's that game. I mean, not much to say there. Lions are the Lions, Titans are the Titans. That was pretty good. That was pretty fun. Colts Texans.
Oh.
This is so not much to say here. Colts always play the Texans close. Even with Richardson having like a whatever day or playing pretty poorly. And yeah, I think still the same with the Texans. It sucks because now Diggs is out for the season with a torn ACL.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much just Tank Dell or bust. And
Nico Collins is out too?
Nico Collins is out. I don't know for the whole year, but at least for the time being.
Okay.
Let me look that up.
I know he's hurt, but I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't.
Is Nico Collins expected by week 10?
At least he's coming back in season though.
Yeah, he's coming back in
I don't
season.
know
He should
that.
be back
Okay,
soon,
yeah,
I guess.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he was like the best receiver.
Yeah, he's
Well, fuck. Here, let me see. Receiving 2024 yards.
Chase Jefferson.
So, where the fuck is he? Oh, did he drop? Did I not? Am I not reading his name? Where's his name? Nico Collins. So I think he missed 2 games so far.
Uh-huh.
And he's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 9th still.
Mm-hmm.
So even missing as many games as he did, I mean, if you look at these, he has 45 targets. All these people have, well, this guy only has 49, Brian Thomas Jr., but like Garrett Wilson has 84 targets, 61, you know. So he's missed a couple games and he's still only 9th. I think last week before the games, he had missed. So this was the 3rd game I think he missed. I'm not sure. Whatever the case being, my point is he was fucking popping off because he had a shitload of stats. But I think the main story here is that today they announced that they're benching. Well, real quick, let me just do the Texans. So the Texans,
no doubters.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think they still won the game. It's looking real shaky for them even still now. You know.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. The Colts, I would also put them on the fringe because they're starting Flacco. I don't know, but what do you think about the decision to start Flacco?
I think it's the right move. It's a learning. It's gonna be a learning young quarterback.
Yeah.
That's just a no, man. Like that's just unheard of coming after the game and just saying you're tired. You make up something. Hey, my hamstring felt tight. Hey, I didn't feel right.
Yeah, I don't like that he tapped himself out. But what I don't like, is that he just tells the truth. Here it is. Like just lie about it. Like just don't.
Absolutely.
Like you're fucking.
I did, and I don't think. Man, tired. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of running
I ain't
right there.
gonna lie.
I did, and I don't think I was gonna be able to go that next play. So I just, just told saying I just needed a break right there. Man, tired. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of running
Just
right
don't tell
there.
us that. Just be like, you know what? Something kind of hurt a little bit. Just my arrow got taken out. Something like you don't have to say all that.
Like how do you think your linemen feel?
Yeah, like they're also doing it.
It's like every single play.
Yeah, like people are. It's just not a good look ever to be like, yeah, I'm
Horrible
tired.
look.
Here's this guy.
Okay, let me.
He would.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let me-
he's
let me-
so.
Let me speak to the camera.
They're talking about this friggin'.
Bro.
They're sitting him out.
I'm a former offensive lineman. We don't get breaks.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting blocking for you every single play to protect you. Okay, and you're going to sit there and going to tap you and ask out of the game. You need to get your conditioning up. I don't know what I can't even wrap my mind around the fact that you're asking out of a game. You must be grossly out of shape or something else must be going on. But I don't have the luxury as an offensive lineman to tap my helmet to get out of the game. What the hell was that, Rex?
Like,
I don't understand.
I mean, this actually happened.
It actually happened.
Can you imagine? Like, I've been around this game all my life. All right, literally. I've never seen a quarterback have to tap out of a freaking. Are you?
That was kind of
kidding
cool
me?
though. Just
Like,
threw that
this
guy
is. This doesn't happen. It's not possible
You
that
want
this
your
actually
quarterback
happened.
to be a guy you got to drag off the field.
Hey, he thinks
He didn't
it's
even get
acceptable.
yards on that. It's not like he ran
makes you
20
think
yards
this is
downfield.
acceptable, Finn? Is it the fact that the GM's making the head coach play you? Maybe that's what makes it acceptable.
When it comes to physical exertion, no one's job is easier on game day than a quarterback's. No one's job. I can't fathom Anthony saying this. I can't fathom him saying it and then getting into the huddle in the fourth quarter and looking guys like him in the eye and saying, like, I need 10-play drive here. Everything you got, I know you're dead. I need you to give me everything you have because we can go win the game right now. I can't imagine, because those guys are going to be like, you the same dude that tapped out? That's the concern.
The whole team is sitting back wondering what the hell he's doing in there at quarterback anyway, when Joe Flacco is clearly the better answer at
Can't believe he
quarterback.
said that.
And so now he says this?
I'm just shocked, man.
If that happened, if you're an offensive lineman and your quarterback did that in a game, what did you tell me this morning was going to happen after the game?
Well, I need to have a talk with you. I need to have a talk with you. I'm sitting here busting my ass to protect you, and you gonna remove yourself from the game voluntarily? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Here's Ben Solak column for ESPN. After they announced that they're going to start Flacco, I can juror up plenty of potential explanations for this. Rod Richardson tapping himself out of the play because he was tired in the third quarter was super weird and definitely raised some eyebrows. Is there a locker room problem? I'm sure Pittman is particularly squirrel about his lack of receptions, though he should maybe do a better job of catching the passes that do go his way. And of course, the front office and ownership can always get involved. I imagine general manager Chris Ballard and owner Jim Irsay would like to win some games that make the postseason. Maybe there's pressure from up high to move to Joe Flacco, with whom the Colts would certainly complete more passes. But would the Colts really be that much more competitive? The Flacco-led Colts lost to the then winless Jaguars 3 weeks ago. Of course, Indianapolis defense was the biggest culprit there. But I've got news for you. It's still the same defense. If you plug Flacco in for Richardson because of some misguided belief of playoff contention, you rob Richardson of even more reps. This was Richardson's 10th career start, for crying out loud, and I'd probably just be for the chance to finish 10-7 with Flacco and get bounced in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. Flipping to Flacco right now might feel better because your quarterback posts fewer embarrassing stat lines, but there are no outs in a Flacco-led season. No positive enough outcomes to save your team from collapse. He is 39 and maybe the 24th best quarterback in football. The only word in which the Colts have a rosy 2025 and even 2026 outlook is the world in which Richardson hit as a successful young quarterback. And even if you believe there's next to no chance that outcome will exist, it's a better bet than drawing dead from with Flacco. If Richardson is awful the rest of the way, Indy would be in the same place it'd be in if it started Flacco without a quarterback of the future, but with a much better draft pick. So what do you think about that?
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense. I think he only had like 5-8 starts in college too. Like he has like when you drafted him because he was a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even if he hits here, look, Anthony Richardson was given 10 starts. Daniel Jones will start his 71st game this Sunday. It's just you knew he was a project. You knew that he was super raw. That was like the thing coming out when you drafted him. It's the same thing with Bryce Young, technically. Like, well, Bryce Young was supposed to be more furbished, but like,
oh, absolutely.
But the same, you draft with intention. Like you drafted Richardson because you know he's a project and you know he could be something super dope. So you're trying to form that.
Projects need
time to.
Yeah, need time to. Projects are the ones that probably need the most time to sit, not play.
But I feel like if you're gonna do that,
what benefit does he get going out there each and every week and just putting up those stat lines every week in and week out? And how do you think his confidence is gonna be at the end of the season?
But
Probably
I think
just as bad as a Bryce Young.
I think it's different because I think their offensive line isn't that bad. I think it's just him just needing to literally play more and play better. The Bryce Young thing, it's like he can't even see over the offensive line. He's like getting trampled. You know what I mean? I mean, same thing with Drake May, right?
And
Drake
the factor
May
of his health as well.
Drake May is a perfect example too. Drake May didn't play because they're like, our offensive line sucks, right? And then they decided, against the Texans he's gonna play, because like, I don't know what changed, but they're like, maybe he needs some reps now, right? Or maybe they just didn't want him playing a full 16 season, so they were like, how about we start you off after week 6? That way you're only playing a 10 game season.
Yeah, like a pitch count.
Yeah, kind of exactly. So like. The thing with Richardson, I think it's more like he just needs to play so he can just get a feel for the game more. You know what I mean? And like sitting is not really. I mean.
So yeah, all that comes to question, or all that's a good question before him tapping out of last game.
Yeah.
And at this point, the benching isn't. I don't think it's so much. I think it's more of a send a message to him.
Yeah, just like a one gamer. You think you're just gonna do it for one game?
I don't know if it's a one gamer because of Flacco obviously does give you a better chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
But what good does it do you to tank right now? You know?
Yeah.
Like, what good does it do you? Like, it doesn't hurt to.
I mean, the Colts
go
are just
10-7 and get bounced in the wild card. That doesn't hurt with a 35-year-old, or what? How old is Joe Flacco? Like, who cares? No one expects you to go win the Super Bowl anyway. So You're gonna end up at the 20-something pick anyway.
Yeah, but I think
Like,
Ben's point was, but then if you get bounced in the wild card, you have a worse draft pick. Whereas at least if you're good with, at least if you're winning games with Richardson, and let's say you win games with Richardson and somehow make it to the 7th seed, then he's getting reps in the process.
okay, but that's the point. They're taking him out because they know leaving him in there, there are chances of that happening, them finishing 7th with the way Richardson was playing. Then they're not banking on that.
Yeah, but I mean
they obviously rather go with Joe Flacco. And like I said, I don't necessarily think this is a performance thing. This is a set the tone, and because of that, we're just gonna ride out with Joe Flacco.
Because of the whole tapping out in the third quarter.
Yeah, why not? You're playing not good football anyway, so sit down.
Yeah,
we're good.
Learn. Let's see. So yeah, so that's that with the Colts. They have the Vikings, Bills, Jets, Lions coming up. They could probably beat the Jets, but yeah, that's a kind of a gauntlet. So maybe they're maybe like you're saying, maybe they're protecting them because who the fuck wants to play the Vikings?
But that defense is horrible though, dude. So I mean,
no, I'm saying like him getting fucked over by the Vikings defense. You know what I mean? If he's playing this bad against the Texans defense, that's like are pretty good, but like also or any other defense really, the Vikings are gonna make him feel even more stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that gauntlet you were talking about, I'm saying, no matter what Joe Flacco or Richardson does, that defense is horrible.
Oh yeah.
So that's just tough. That's tough all the way
around. Yeah, that's true. Next game, Packers, Jaguars. Jaguars are a cross off. Packers were able to pull through. Love was hurt throughout most of the game. Made some good throws. Then ended up getting out of the game after that first initial thing, right? Like at halftime, he got out.
I believe so.
So Willis was able to win the game for them. At the buzzer. So I mean, not really much to say there besides just the Jaguars being the Jaguars, just playing like ass and then playing good. I'm gonna put them in the NFC North because who knows what's gonna happen with those teams. I think probably the Bears are the only team that are not. Well, we'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Dolphins. Dolphins win again, pull it out at the very end. Tua was back. The Dolphins are cross off. And let's see. They are currently. Let's just do mock draft. They are currently sitting at the 10th spot. Tankathon has them drafting an offensive tackle. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, they're a cross off, and then the Cardinals.
They're fringy too, man.
Currently, I think I'm gonna put them in playoffs ? Or I'll put them in the front of fringy. They're currently in first place. They can't figure out what the fuck they want to do because 1 week they're like, okay, they're just gonna beat the shit teams, and then squeak out against the good teams. But I don't know. They were able to beat the Niners. They lost to the Packers. They beat the Chargers and the Dolphins to go to 4-4. Earlier in the year, they had some horrendous losses also. But I think they'll probably land in the wild card. I mean, the NFC, the NFC is just a crazy place. NFC West 4-4, Niners 4-4, Seahawks 4-4, and Rams, because they already had a bye, are also 4-4 or 3-4. Sorry. So yeah, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen with the NFC West? They're like the mid NFC North. But
yeah, bro.
So yeah, so Cardinals will put them in the beginning of fringe because there's two. I couldn't bet my life either way on this. I don't know what to do with them. Jets, Patriots. Drake May got out halfway through the game. And Brissett came through and was able to game winner on a game-winning drive. Patriots are cross off, but I think the Jets are a cross off.
Dude, yeah, Jets are a cross off for sure.
They're done.
I saw something on Twitter, man, that kind of broke down. I think.
Loss. I mean, honestly, I'm vindicated because I remember telling you once that the Jets were going to be ass this year, and you said no. And then I told you that the Cowboys are going to be better than the Jets, and you were like, no. But technically, I'm correct, even though the Cowboys are like 4. What are they, like 3-4 or something?
No, they're horrible. Yeah.
But they are technically worse than the Cowboys. So I mean, I thought the Cowboys were going to be a lot better this year, but regardless, yeah, it's quiet for the fucking Jets.
I gotta find this, man. It was a dude breaking down everything that's wrong with the Jets based off of the clips from that Patriots game. And the delay of games that they were getting, wasting 2 timeouts when you don't need to because the clock's running down.
Well, let's see.
It's just a dysfunctional, unorganized offense.
Let's read
that
this.
Don't know what they're doing.
Winner and losers from the week. Winner, Robert Saleh. Saleh got out at the right time. The Jets have lost 5 in a row after letting New England's Jacoby Brissett lead a game-winning drive capped off by a 4th and goal run, 1-yard line, just seconds remaining. 3 of those losses have come after Saleh's abrupt firing in early October, a move that owner Willie Johnson believed would provide a spark of what had been a 2-3 team at the time. That spark has burst into a full-on dumpster fire, and what has been a good Jets defense under Saleh's watch has surrendered 62 points to Russell Wilson and Brissett over the past 2 weeks. Again, I'm vindicated again that Saleh wasn't just a mascot. He was actually the defensive coordinator, but never mind. The efficiency numbers from Sunday's game suggest the Jets were the better team. They outgained New England by 2 yards per play and had a higher expected points added average success rate and explosive play rate. Aaron Rodgers looked as good as he has since his last MVP season in 2021. He connected on a handful of downfield passes, and a few of them came off platform. This was the passing game the Jets were hoping to see at the start of the season. Very nice. 17-28, 233 touchdowns. Brian Saleh hasn't worked, but demoting Nathaniel Hackett from play calling duties and elevating Tom Downing. So Todd Downing was the offensive coordinator for the Raiders the 2016 year when we were like 12-2 or 12-4 or something and made the playoffs, but then Derek Carr broke his leg. So Todd Downing isn't a bad. I mean, at least from what I remember, he was decent that time. Has improved the offense over the past few weeks. The Jets have the 3rd best explosive play rate league-wide since the change, and Downing has leaned into his quarterback's preference to make that happen. New York has done away with its under-center offense almost completely. Its shotgun rate stands at 92% over the past 3 weeks, which leads the NFL. That is fucking crazy. Non-screen plays ultimately led to the loss for the Jets on Sunday. Greg Zuerlein missed an extra point. True, Greg Zuerlein has fucked them a few times. And a 44-yard field goal. New York today took a delay of game before a 2-point conversion attempt that would have extended that lead to 7 ahead of New England's game-winning drive. And interim coach Jeff Ulbrich settled on a 29-yard field goal on 4th and less than a yard in the 3rd quarter. The Jets left a good chunk of points on the field, and the game decided just by 2. The offense is starting to show lives of life after its most complete performance of the season, but that makes this loss all the more frustrating. The Jets are closer to the first pick than they are to a wild card spot at 2-6. Their playoff probability has plummeted to 12%. The concern about the offense has been replaced by concern about the defense, and this losing streak has Rodgers talking like a Batman villain. Oh, nice.
A few minutes ago, just said he called this a moment of darkness for this team. Is that how you see it, and how do you get out of it? I mean, because you could just stay in darkness as well.
Yeah, I've been in the darkness. You got to go in there, make peace with it. Offensively, our goal has just got to be score 30. Doesn't matter what the other 2 sides are doing. You know, we have trust in our defense and teams, but if we're not scoring 30, we're underachieving. This offense can do that every single week.
Yeah. We have 10 more weeks to go after firing the coach, trading for Devontae Adams, and convincing Hassan Reddick to finally show up. The Jets have run out of new cards to play. Mathematically, New York is still alive in the playoff race, but it's never been more over.
Check your phone. It was on TikTok.
Oh, do I have TikTok on here? Or you texted it to me?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
Actually,
You have Discord
no, just what you
on
can
your
do.
phone?
Yeah, I do have Discord on my phone.
Send it to yourself on there, and then you can pull it up from Discord.
Free scrolling on TikTok.
There we go. We gotta see this.
The New York Jets season ended today not with a bang, but with a whimper against the worst team in football, playing their backup quarterback, and the play in particular that did it needs to be seen by everybody, because it is the perfect embodiment of everything wrong with this team. At this point, I wouldn't even call it a team. I would just call it an assembly of talent. The score is 22-17. The Jets are 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions this season. There are 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. New York needs this score big time. This team breaks the huddle with about 12 seconds on the play clock. Aaron Rodgers surveys the defense, goes up to the line to check this thing, and when he gets back and gets set, the play clock expires, giving the Jets a delay of game. That delay of game forces New York to now attempt their conversion from about the 7-yard line. The Patriots defense runs cover 0. Rodgers gets this out quick. It's short. The Jets hold on to a 5-point lead. New England scores a touchdown, and the Jets cannot get a field goal off before the end of regulation, so the Patriots win this game. Why could the Jets not get a field goal off? Well, for starters, they had no timeouts while the Patriots still had the football. On top of that, Garrett Wilson dropped this pass from Aaron Rodgers. On top of that, Greg Zuerlein missed this 44-yard field goal at the start of the fourth quarter. On top of that, on the play prior, the Jets burned a timeout on 3rd and 7 to set Aaron Rodgers up for this sack. On top of that, Greg Zuerlein missed a first-half PAT. On top of that, on the drive leading up to that PAT, and in the first quarter in general for the Jets, this team burned not 1, not 2, but 3 timeouts, and earned themselves a delay of game. All for play relaying issues into the huddle. We saw this team kick on 4th and 1 from about the 10-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter of this one.
That's
After
bitch shit,
Zuerlein
dude. I
had
hate
already
when they do
missed a PAT, I wasn't a big fan of that either. We saw this defense struggle to stop Drake May and Jacoby Brissett on the ground on multiple important occasions. This was with 2 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 9. I could go on, but you get the idea. Individually, this offense actually had some pretty decent performances today, but this is not a well-coached football team. It doesn't even feel like a team at all at this point, and a loss today is honestly what they deserved.
Wow. There was a time, like what they get when you sell your soul to when you sell out to superstars. And I don't know if you remember, but there was a Brooklyn Nets were pretty good, and they had D'Angelo Russell was actually playing good. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Mikal Bridges now was over there.
Bridge, no.
Oh, was that after?
That's after. He's on the team now, or he's somewhere else now. I don't know what. I think he's on the Sixers now. Regardless, they had a pretty good thing going, and then they traded most of those pieces for Durant and Kyrie, right? And what happened to them? They fucking went to shit. I mean, technically, they made the playoffs and almost beat the Bucks, but regardless, and
regardless, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't make they got nothing out of it, is my point.
Yeah.
And then the Jets have a good thing going. They finally have like a good, strong structure. They didn't get rid of as many pieces because they didn't have to train anybody. They just picked up Aaron Rodgers. But then Aaron Rodgers comes in and he's like, I want to hire my friends, and I want Nathaniel Hackett to be my offensive coordinator. Blah, blah, blah. And now you're 2-6, where it's like, I don't know. Now your head coach is fired. Now, like, you're kind of stuck with this old dude who's probably not going to want to lose any more games. You're probably going to end up being like 8-9 or something. It's just, you're kind of like in a weird limbo to see what happens,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, fuck them is pretty much my point. Like, you get what you deserve. So what happens when you fucking sell your soul to superstars? At least not the right one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Jets are a cross off. But they still have like 2 more primetime games, I think. And then the Patriots are already a cross off. Falcons, Buccaneers, pretty good game. A lot of back and forth. It's just gonna be very hard for the Bucs to get anything going because they're missing guys, but other guys stepped up, and Baker actually played pretty good. They're currently in the 9th spot at 4-4. I'm not ready to cross them off, but I'll put them in the fringe. I'll put them around here. I was like, they're at 4-4. It's not bad. I think Falcons are probably the playoff team.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they're probably I put them in playoffs ? But they're 5-3. They're only a game above the Bucs. Really, I thought they were like higher. The Falcons have 3 losses.
Well, them too. Yeah, I mean they all have the same record. They're all within a game.
That's crazy.
Or not all. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. The Saints are down.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
just
it's
the
pretty much
Bucs,
them too.
yeah.
But okay. Well, I wouldn't say no doubters, but I would do Falcons playoffs. Well, actually, nah, we'll have it like that. Falcons playoffs. Yeah, so that was a good one. What? Why do the Eagles have this logo? Kind of cool. Eagles, Bengals. Eagles played pretty good. Everyone played pretty good. That white boy had a fucking tackle.
Who?
The Gene.
It's a crime.
He tackled he got he tackled Chase, Jamar Chase, on a crucial 4th and 1, which is pretty cool.
You know, Jamar Chase was pissed.
Yeah. He's like, they're gonna clown on me. Here it is. Very nice. Well, also I forgot to mention, Kyle Pitts actually balled out. Kyle Pitts had 2 touchdowns, which is actually kind of crazy.
Unheard of, huh?
Yeah, it's like, what? You can actually feel good about starting him? That's insane. Yeah, so then alright, so we're talking about yeah, so the Eagles, I would probably put them next to the Eagles. I put them next to the Falcons. They're currently in the 7th spot, but yeah, let's see how much longer they can keep that up for. Their defense is playing a lot better. And then the other team was the Bengals. We'll put them at the. I'll put them at the very edge, only because they're in the AFC, and I feel like the AFC. You just need to fucking get 10 wins, I think, and you'll get in. And let's see. Currently, the Chargers are 4-3. The Bengals are 3-5 at the 7th seed. So it's literally between the Chargers, Colts, Bengals, Ravens, Broncos. Like I don't see how this. The Broncos have a gauntlet coming up. They have Ravens, Chiefs, Falcons, Raiders. Okay, maybe not the Raiders, but they have Ravens, Chiefs, Falcons. So they could easily be
on the road back-to-back Chiefs, Ravens, Chiefs back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
At their place. That's tough.
That's gonna be hard. But so that's why I won't
Yeah.
cross them off yet. So I kind of want, like, technically we could probably do that for the Jets too, but I just don't see it. Sorry, at least the Bengals kind of.
Yeah, no. This is what the Bengals do.
Yeah. I mean, Joey B had a fucking. Let me just pull it up. He had a very cool moment, only because it's him and he's decent. Oh no. This is why we're not gonna cross him off.
That's a team.
You know, I always, you know, I think 10 wins usually gets you in. So we got to win 7 out of 9. That's doable. It's doable. So we'll go from there.
Do you feel like
Fucking good enough for me, dude. Whatever.
love it? Yep.
Yeah.
Put them in
So.
the playoffs right now.
Yeah, playoffs. Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, so that's good. Saints Chargers. I was kind of watching this game, but fucking Saints are so brutal, man. It sucks, but they're crossed off anyway.
Horrible.
Chargers look. I mean, Chargers are also kind of boring too, just because like their offense is kind of stagnant sometimes.
They got no receivers really.
Yeah. So, but Joe Burrow's actually had some throws, but I do want to find. Actually, maybe it'll be in here. Lose. Oh well, since we're on the Bengals, actually. The directions. Nah, we don't need to talk about the Bengals more. Guy was tweeting about Herbert because he did have some throws. But the main one was the Steve Ruiz, the guy who does. This is the guy who does the This is the guy who does the power rankings for the Ringer. Herbert's still Herbert.
Oh yeah.
But these are all just different games. Okay, never mind that. Anyway, these are all pretty sick highlights. He says no quarterback has played better than Justin Herbert over the past 3 weeks, and these are all dimes. But what I was trying to find, because I thought he had it included, was the McConkey. Oh, this was also fucked.
Oh yeah, this is horrible.
This guy's like twisting his leg, but
Yeah,
his boy comes through though.
This guy got to be suspended, right?
I don't think he did. It would have happened Monday. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's horrible, dude. Come on.
It was literally, yeah, it was a gator roll. Scott Hansen, my guy. I'm trying to find the. You know what? Let me just.
They're gonna build a statue of Scott Hansen one day. For sure.
Yeah.
With the run the last few weeks, they're looking a lot better.
Herbert, sideline throw.
I didn't even, when I saw this live, I didn't know he caught it. I was like, what the heck? Why is he running?
Took it away from Alontae Taylor, and McConkey is in for a Charger touchdown. Wow, what a play!
It's just whenever someone has a weird name now, we're like in the weird name era. So like Puka Nakua, the guy named Lad McConkey, you're like, fuck it, draft him, Lad. He's gonna. I can already hear some announcer being like, Lad McConkey.
This Saints team is really out.
Yeah, he's gonna be deep.
Weeks they're looking a lot better.
Sideline throw.
Like I didn't know how. I thought, yeah, that's crazy.
He took it away from Alontae Taylor, and McConkey is in.
Anyway, that was pretty much the play of the game. So busted. Chargers. We'll put them in playoff question marks. I do feel more confident about them than these idiots down here. Mathematically, They are the 7th seed, so maybe they can keep it rolling. Let's just see what else they got coming up. They have the Browns, Titans, Bengals, Ravens. Very doable. They can go 3-1 or 2-2.
Yeah, just split that and you're chilling.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
And I still think they have to play the Raiders one more time. That's what gave me.
Uh-oh.
I could see them beating the Chiefs when the Chiefs are already like 11-0. You know. So keep them rolling. Seahawks, Bills. Seahawks again just did not show up. Could not fucking block for Geno. However, they are not out. They are currently NFC West. They are tied for 4th. So for the other teams, I guess we'll put them on the fringe because we don't know what's gonna happen with the Seahawks. And then the Bills are probably. I think it's wraps. Bills are probably.
Yeah, it's wraps for that division.
Yeah.
They got that.
And yeah, that's over with. Bears, Commanders. I mean,
let's talk.
I think this is kind of a hard spot to put the. Not a hard spot, but I think the game was good. However, I do feel like the Bears lost it. Not even because of obviously the reason they lost it, but like, why are you fucking handing off to a quarterback? To a fucking lineman at the 2-yard line. Like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah, play calling and defense, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let me find the whole.
But yeah, the Bears should have won that game.
Here, look, Ben Solak fucking breaks it down. So let's just watch his breakdown of it.
Defensive execution errors. Okay, I want to talk about the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary completion, how there's actually like a defensive execution error. Because you don't usually think about defensive play calls on Hail Marys, right? But Jaden's scrambling around back here, he's creating time, and then he launches this sucker, right? 65-yard throw. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We get the easy completion because there's a ricochet right here, right? This whole scrum, it ricochets off here, and Noah Brown, just the easiest and the freest Hail Mary catch you ever had. Well, in Hail Mary defense, which I only know about because Matt Bowen wrote about it for ESPN like years ago, you have these DBs in different roles, right? It's not just everybody go for the ball. What you're supposed to have somebody who's like in front of the scrum and within the scrum, right? Spiker, tipper, you can have them in the scrum, behind the scrum, whatever. But you have players who are supposed to be elevating for the ball and breaking it down. And then you also have players like this nickel right here, this savior player, who's supposed to be behind the scrum inherently for that ricochet, right? That is his responsibility. And if you go and you watch this back, you see, right? The Commanders have a receiver in front of the scrum in case there's a ricochet that goes forward, and the Bears have that covered up. They have everybody elevating in the scrum, and then the Commanders correctly have Noah Brown, one person whose job it is to be behind the scrum, behind everybody, in the event of a deflection that continues to go on down the field. And because of this whole scramble drill from Daniels, I think the Bears got their responsibilities confused. The DBs didn't know which DB, and they have like 2 injuries back there or whatever. They didn't know which DB was supposed to be the savior, which was supposed to be the back man, whose job it is to knock down the ricochet. And so Brown gets left alone. So defensive execution on the play call leads to the touchdown for the Commanders.
And he doesn't fucking. I thought he was gonna go into the other thing, but there was that guy who was like celebrating before the game, or before it happened.
Oh yeah, before the play. Yeah.
What's his name? Johnson or something?
Yeah.
Johnson? Is it Johnson something?
I think it was that. Yeah, Jalen Johnson probably.
Fuck, I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna put just Bears. There it is.
No, not Jalen Johnson.
While the Hail Mary play was going on, Chicago Bears DB Tyreek Stevenson, was taunting the crowd and celebrating a victory. He then proceeded to have the ball bounce off his hand and into Noah Brown's hands for the game on TV. Talk about karma. I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe he was supposed to be guarding Noah Brown. Just because, like, that makes the most sense. But I don't know. It's just, yeah. There were the plays before that where it's like, why are you Daniels was playing pretty good, but they were keeping it close. Actually, Washington's defense is pretty good. Has gotten a lot better. Bears defense is already pretty
Yeah,
good.
they're playing up to their standard or not up to their standard, above.
Yeah, way up.
Yeah,
They're punching
their
above their weight.
expectation.
Yeah, like look here.
Yeah, for sure.
DeAndre Swift, 56-yard touchdown run, top speed 19.64. Rush yards over expected 45 when probably added 10%. Yeah, so the defense was playing pretty good. It was 12-0 up to this point, but finally they gave up a 56-yarder. So
yeah, the difference between watching both Caleb Williams and Jaden right? Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels just looks more composed to me in the pocket when he's looking downfield. There's a few missed throws where Caleb Williams that Caleb Williams had, but you can kind of, I don't know. To me, I can kind of see he looks like he's a little bit more like antsy in the pocket.
yeah,
Maybe throwing the ball.
that is kind of his
hard.
DNA though. He does like to just start to run out of the pocket and then just try to see what he can find and then throw it. That's like his MO a little bit. But yeah, I think Daniels does have what Stroud has, where like they're comfortable in the pocket.
Like composure, the poise, like even missing a bad throw. Okay, it's not gonna affect you on the next play. You're gonna throw a dime the very next play. Like you're good. Caleb Williams, I'm not really seeing that. I don't know if it's the pressure of I was the #1 pick. I gotta play better than the guy on the other side or something.
Yeah, you're saying
I don't
body
know.
language is kind of fucked here.
It looks like it's a little more in his head, if you will. I mean, he's playing good football these past few weeks, but Bears should have won that game, and I think
Maybe it's some. Here it is. According to Next Gen Stats,
for sure too.
Caleb Williams was pressured on 51% of his dropbacks and had just 2.47 seconds time to pressure average. It's the highest pressure percentage and quickest time to pressure of his career. Even so, he was 5 for 8 for 95 yards on his final 2 drives. I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with it, you know? Just constant. Like, I think his offensive line is not as good, but I also do feel like schematically, he probably has it harder than Daniels does. I think Lincoln Riley does make it.
Oh, no doubt.
Or what's his name?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah. So this tweet is about the whole thing that I was saying. The lineman fumbling at the 1 yard line. However, the Bears did get the ball back, but still, yeah. Shane Waldron, OC for the Bears, single-handedly setting the thick 6 movement back, shaking my head. Yeah, it was just like a fucking halfback dive to a fucking lineman. It's like, come on, dude. Anyway, that being said, the Bears are still, I mean, just on the outside looking in, they have the Cardinals, Pats, Packers, and Vikings coming up. So who knows where they'll go, but I don't want to. Yeah, frisky actually sounds good, no?
Yeah.
They're frisky. They have a rookie quarterback. I feel like their offense needs to figure some shit out, but
that their division, it just sucks they're in that division because that's tough, man.
Yeah, 100%. And then we have who was the other team? Oh, I think
Commies?
We'll put them in no doubters. Commies are just looking good.
Oh yeah.
Panthers.
Hey, I'm so happy for Dan Quinn. I have to say that.
Yeah, Dan Quinn is.
Seeing his reaction, him running on the field, like, bro, I can't just help myself but smile.
Yeah.
After watching that, I had to say that.
Panthers, Broncos. Panthers are crossed off. Broncos kind of had a field day. Broncos are currently the 5 seed. Yeah, Ravens, Chiefs, Falcons, Raiders. We kind of just went over this. So I'll just put them in playoffs question mark next to the Chargers.
They'd have to be in front of the Chargers, right?
Yeah, I would put them in front of the Chargers. Actually, we could probably put them right there.
Yeah, they got the same record as the Falcons. That's
fine. Raiders crossed off. However, Chiefs are not. Chiefs won. Raiders are terrible. Yeah, that's about all I have. Defense is still playing pretty good. We were pretty close. This is the only thing I want to talk about, actually. So the Raiders' last 2 drives have started out on the Chiefs 28 and the Chiefs 3, and they scored 3 total points. 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 8 timeout. 1st and 10. 4th and goal. Oh wait, hold on. Do I read from down up? 1st and goal at Kansas City 3. Madison up the middle for 2 yards. Then shotgun. Madison up the middle for no gain. 3rd and goal. Tunford Pete reportedly in the Anderson right tackle. -2 yards. Minshew sacked for -5. So it's, yeah, that's just
nice.
Yeah, Chiefs are still Super Bowl contenders. So apparently the Raiders defense ranks 2nd on 3rd down. So yeah, our defense is playing pretty good. So they are good. It's just our offense is so bad it affects our defense. So
they're just on the field way too much.
Way too much, and then when the offense does get the ball, they are not doing anything with it. So that's that. And then now we can go to Cowboys Niners. I want to go watch the substance, so you have to tell me more about this game.
I don't know.
Cowboys are currently 3-4. Have the Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders coming up.
I don't know who saw the game going any different. I don't know who didn't expect that to happen.
Where do you have them though? Let's rank them real quick.
They're right next to the Bengals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Same thing, right?
Dude.
It's just they're close, or they're down, and then they kind of make it close, and then they lose anyway.
It's just a classic out. We look solid in the first half. I think our defense was playing up in the first half. Look like Mike McCarthy's been pissing me off on the offensive side.
Yeah,
but these past 2 weeks in particular, probably a little bit, last week was a bye, but before the bye, I think the defense has been getting better. But in the second half, dude, absolute dismantle coming out of the second half, or coming out of the half. It looked like one team came out with adjustments, knew what they were going to do to improve in the second half, and the other team, being the Cowboys, didn't do nothing. Unprepared, look lazy in the second half. There's a clip of Diggs slowing down, jogging at the sideline.
Yeah.
Just no effort, no pride on defense. But on the flip side, dude, I mean, we're hurt, we're banged up. We don't have Micah still, D-Law. We're down to like our 3rd string corner on the other side of Diggs. Like, I mean, we're hurting right now. We're hurting on defense on top of us being trash already. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised the Niners dominated the game. I mean, the score seems close, but it's a classic empty calorie, make the score look better.
Yeah.
4th quarter, typical, but
Purdy played pretty good. I'm seeing. Yeah, so I watch NFL Game Day Final most nights, most Sunday nights.
Mhm.
And yeah, like Maurice Jones-Drew was saying that McCarthy needs to. I don't know why McCarthy takes so long to realize that he has CeeDee Lamb on his team, and every night he should have 140. How many yards did he have? 146 yards or some shit.
yeah.
And I feel like I've heard multiple people say that throughout the season. Like against the Giants, lead up to the game, they were like in that Thursday night game, the first one. I don't know if they played again recently, but they were like, "Oh, they need to, just the way the Giants are constantly targeting neighbors. They got to constantly target CeeDee Lamb. Like that's why he's your ex. Blah blah blah. This and the other." And sure enough, he popped off that game. So like, I don't know what it is with McCarthy, but he's just
the first drive is always a 3-and-out. It's the most,
and that's the most. That's how because I feel like most teams have a script for the first drive.
Exactly, bro. So me knowing that, me thinking, okay, the Niners are gonna come in, even though it was a slow start for the Niners. But Kyle Shanahan, week in and week out, on the first drive, they're either gonna get 3 points or a touchdown. And that first drive, they're gonna go boom, boom, boom. It's gonna look money.
Yeah.
Dude, that you'll never see that with the Mike McCarthy offense. It's gonna be a 3 and out, and it always takes to the second quarter that CeeDee Lamb finally gets his first target in the second quarter. Like, huh?
Yeah.
It's always the second half where he gets most of his production. It's like, come on, man. You get your best player involved early in the game. Let's go. But the Cowboys are terrible right now, man. It's a tough watch.
That's a tough watch. Yeah, I mean, welcome to
The connection between, but also too on the flip side of that, Dak and CD have been terrible, bro. Some of their miscommunication plays, where they're way off, and Dak's thrown into a spot, and CD's like 15 yards downfield. Like what? It looks like they've never played before, bro. It's not good. It's not good at all. Tough watch. Cowboys are a tough watch, man.
Yeah, so I mean, Cowboys are currently 3-4 with Falcons, Eagles, Texans, Commanders coming up. But yeah, you lose. I think you need to have more than 10 wins to get the 7th seed for sure.
Yeah, the pace everyone's on right now is kind of nuts. NFC's
kind of nuts. The teams are
the NFC is looking like the NL.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like right
now. And then I don't know if you saw after the game, Nick Bosa just doing this whole thing, coming out with his "Make America Great Again" hat. Everyone's kind of like, "What the fuck is that?"
Everyone's like awkward.
Yeah, super awkward because like Kittle balled out. This is Guriendo. Yeah. That fucking new running back that they're using now that just fucking is good out of nowhere.
Kyle Shanahan special.
Yeah, Purdy played good. I'm from the highlights I saw, and then they asked Bosa about this after the game. I just thought this was funny.
What appeared to be a political statement. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
Just stupid fucking it's just like
You're
do
not
that.
You're not gonna talk too much about it because you don't know anything.
Yeah, first you don't know any.
Why.
That's or if you do know something, it's like it's just gonna be super racist, and you can't say that, you can get in trouble. Like,
oh, absolutely.
And it's like, yeah, so it's like, it's just funny that you're like, I'm gonna go do this, and then when they ask you about it, like, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's like you look, that just makes you look like, we already know you're a dumbass, but that makes you even look more like a dumbass. But anyway, yeah. So I thought that was funny. And then Monday night, did not watch a lick of this. Well, actually I did. I'm lying. I was watching the Manning cast towards the end. But Steelers won. Russell continued his good ball throwing.
Ball throwing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I guess
this goes back to Peyton. I mean, maybe Arthur Smith. Maybe Peyton really just, I don't know. Because I remember the only time he was good on the Broncos was when he was throwing it up to, who's that tall receiver that they have? Bertan? No. They have a tall receiver. But I remember the only time they would do anything good on the Broncos is when he would actually throw it deep to a tall receiver. I forget who it was. Not Judy, but the other guy. Tim Patrick? Or Patrick?
When Peyton was there?
No. I'm saying Russell.
Oh.
Last year.
Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton. So I feel like the only time they were good was when he would throw it deep to Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't do it too often for some reason. Yeah. But I feel like the Steelers were like, all right. They were like, so I guess the Steelers saw that and were like, hey, if you can do that with fucking George Pickens like 10 times a game, we have something, and especially against the Giants. So who aren't gonna score points. So yeah, that looked good. But the one thing I did want to talk about was that fucking George Pickens thing was weird. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
And
So let me get this straight. That was not a touchdown?
yeah,
Right.
because technically
it has to be 2 different feet. Because it has to be 2 different feet touching.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was funny too. This is something different, but this is all George Pickens related.
And he gets up and he looks mad for some reason.
Yeah, he just doesn't make any sense. This is the player we're talking about.
Pickens to take that
Dude,
throw
that's
away, and
absolutely
what Russell Wilson, he's
unbelievable,
just
dude.
reading Deontay Banks.
Let's make sure the second foot gets down, and
Rolling
I don't
on the
believe it
field.
does. Watch.
What do you
the
think? That
left
count?
foot
That should count,
stays
right?
up.
That pass was
You think that should
incomplete.
count?
That's
Hold
incomplete.
on, I saw something.
I mean, that's almost impossible to
I
do.
saw
That
something
the
where
left
someone
foot
brought
never
something
goes
up.
to the ground.
And it's a hit.
But it, like, how does that even happen, dude? Like, I feel like it's harder to keep your foot up than to like just have it naturally come down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's getting pushed, bro. His foot's up and he's getting pushed away. So your foot's gonna go up, not down, when you're getting pushed.
Yeah, I guess.
And your
Watch-
momentum's going that
I just
way.
feel like
left
he's
foot
like,
stays up.
one. I feel
That
like
pass was
yeah,
incomplete.
you're right. The
That's
momentum is
incomplete.
pushing his leg up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw something about someone asking about, well, there's a reason that rule is in play because what if you technically one-legged hop all the way to the end zone or something like that? Fuck, hold on, let me find it.
What?
It kind of made sense in my mind, and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense, but then at the same time, it doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense. It's more impressive that he got that right foot down twice. That's insane.
Yeah.
The whole point is that you have possession of the ball. He has absolute control. There's no doubt about that. So you get your foot in there twice, but it just so happens to be the same foot. What's the question? That should be a touchdown. That should count. They gotta change that rule, man.
On leg.
If you take 2 steps in the end zone, or make, I don't know how you word that. I don't know how you would reword that to make that count.
It's let's see if I can find it. If I can find it in 20 seconds, we're moving on. Oh, it was this fucking guy. It was fucking Nick Wright. Okay. The national treasure Kevin Watts has entered the Pickens catch should have been a touchdown chat in his very own unique way. Prediction: Watts is going to whatever. Oh, the same foot twice does not equal 2 feet. It should though. I knew it. I mean, if for fun you one leg hopped from the 20-yard line, that would not count as a catch? Correct. The reason for this is, I think, because dragging 1 foot could then count as 1 foot down a bunch of times because it's constantly coming off the ground barely and then again, etc. Which that kind of makes sense in my mind, I guess. Because then you're like, all right, for how many seconds?
Dragging their foot.
Yeah, so like that's why you need the second foot, because it needs to be 2 feet, because if you're hopping on the same foot twice.
Okay, but that's a different type of catch. Like that only accounts for like a sideline catch. Or,
oh yeah, I guess you're
dude,
right.
It should be something that accounts for like any type of catch. It should be a whole general rule, especially when it comes to in the end zone.
Here's everyone's favorite person, Jason Kelce.
Offense, no touchdowns that counted. It's a 9-9 game, and I'm just going to hand up. I thought 2 feet meant it could be any 2 feet. Did you learn something tonight?
Yeah. I think every once in a while there's a catch that causes everybody in the world to reevaluate what a catch. The Des Bryant playoff one, this George Pickens one is it. Like, if you get 1 foot down than a hand, 1 foot down than an elbow,
2 feet.
But if you get the same foot down twice,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I think everybody would say, looking at that looks like a catch.
What was the point you made?
Technically.
What was the point you made?
Yeah, by this logic, you can catch the ball and hop on 1 leg for 15 steps, and all of a sudden that's not a catch.
Okay, what are the odds of that happening?
Yeah, I know, but he's saying you gotta
that
make
would never
exact
happen though, so that doesn't. So why is that even relevant?
because he's trying to make a point by he's making a point by the exaggeration.
But that would never happen. So
I know, but he's
how does
it's
so
called
because of that stupid hypothetical, it takes away from this amazing catch not being.
No,
a
he's
touchdown.
agreeing with you. He's just saying that that's stupid because so then what?
Oh,
that's
fair enough.
That's
fair
what he's
enough.
saying.
Okay.
He's saying so if someone had caught the ball, like let's say George Pickens was running sideways and he caught the ball and he's saying, yeah, he's like agreeing with you, like, oh, so what if someone caught the ball and hopped on 1 foot 15 times, you're still gonna say that's not a touchdown even though you're hopping 15 times? But yeah, it's dumb. It's
That should, yeah, they got.
I was just trying to find the reasoning for it, but I guess I didn't find a reasoning for it. But yeah. I mean, especially because I think back in the day there used to be a rule where if you carry someone out of the end zone.
Dude, I'm on the wagon of it should be like college and just be 2 feet or 1 foot.
1 foot?
I'm on that wagon too.
No.
So I might be.
I like the 2 feet.
You like the difference? I don't mind the difference either, but why not? If you want to make more.
I just like it because it's college, so it's like make it easier for the college students since they're younger technically. But the reason I like the second foot is because I like it when they you see a touchdown happen in real time and it's fast, and then they have to like cut, and then you have to like it's satisfying to see the first foot come down and then see the second foot skid, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that feels so
That's
good.
always satisfying.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I feel you. Okay.
That's why I like it, because then it's more obvious when it's like 1 foot thing. You're like, oh yeah, that's clearly in.
Okay. Okay.
But just seeing like the little pellets fly up, like when it's turf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to know what that felt like when I had Devontae Adams on my team, but yeah.
He gave you one last little glimpse. I mean,
Yeah.
right before he left, right? Like
Against the Ravens,
2 weeks
technically.
before. Yeah, you convinced me. Yeah. Never mind.
But yeah, I guess not a touchdown. It's just I was trying to find like I remember there was like a Raider one where there's just there's a million calls of just bad non-touchdowns. The
We
Des
can no
Bryant,
doubt the Steelers though.
the Des Bryant.
Oh yeah, they don't even get me started.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably. I think even if the Ravens somehow have they played the Ravens, by the way.
Ooh.
I don't think they have, right?
When do they play? Put them prime time every time.
Yeah, that would be fun.
2 weeks from now.
Broncos, Ravens.
3 weeks from
3
now.
weeks from now, and then again a month.
Oh
later.
yeah, and then
November 21st.
they gotta flex that, right? I mean,
1:30.
if
This one
if they
shouldn't be
stay
10
even
a.m.
with each other.
Yeah.
That second one at least, if they stay even with each other, that second one should be able to send a night at least.
This is good.
Nice.
We have one frisky team, a lot of fringe teams. All right. So switch the thing. We are on week 9, right?
Yep.
So now we're halfway.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. My computer did like a weird update because it keeps dumb shit. First, we gotta see who won the week. Edit. 9. Minnesota at the Los Angeles Rams. I said Minnesota's gonna win that, even though I was telling everybody all week that the Rams were gonna lose, but whatever. I mean, Rams were gonna beat them, but whatever. Cleveland won. Detroit won. Arizona won. Jets lost. Atlanta won. Washington won. Green Bay won. Houston won. Chargers won. Seattle lost. Cincinnati lost. Denver won. Kansas City won. Dallas lost. Oh my God.
Oh.
And then Pittsburgh won. Damn it, you didn't get. Oh, you got 2 wrong.
Yeah, that's 3 straight weeks. I picked 6. Correct. Let's go.
4 wrong.
Hot.
Okay. I'm playing with my heart over here. Let's see. The week 8 goes to you. So now you take the lead 5-4.
Go.
Damn, but you freaking triple. So the odd days I pick first, right?
Yep. That's all you. All you this week. First game.
There's 1 game out, so we gotta take out a game. Who are the Panthers playing?
The Saints.
I can't find it. Oh, fuck.
New Orleans. Yeah, I crossed that off. I don't want to pick that.
Oh, where the... I'm gonna do a different. Do like orange. Where's it at?
And it's like in the middle.
Oh, right here. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Nice. Vegas plays at Cincinnati. Denver at Baltimore. The Houston Jets is actually compelling. I actually feel like the Jets might be able to pull that one off. Well, their defense is playing shittier, but we'll see. Dallas, Atlanta, Miami, Buffalo. I'll go Buffalo. Feel safe. They already killed him earlier the year.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Ravens. Bounce back.
Baltimore. It'll be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why? And then only 3 afternoon games. Well, actually, are the games even that good? Nah, these morning games all kind of suck anyway. Washington Giants is a rematch. That might be okay. Chargers Cleveland maybe. Grass. Maybe Dallas Atlanta. Okay, Dallas Atlanta is an interesting game. Because Dallas needs that game. And Atlanta I feel like is gettable.
Yeah, I think that would be a good
one. And Detroit at Green Bay. I'm gonna do Detroit because what if Love doesn't play? And I feel like he's trending towards not playing and or playing hurt, which is not good.
I'll take Philly. I'll take the Eagles.
Orleans, Tennessee. Who's gonna go? Minnesota. No bounce back. That's kind of interesting. Minnesota, Indianapolis. Not too bad. See how Flacco does.
Let's. Oh, I like that.
Kansas City again in prime time. Fuck, dude.
Give me the Bengals as well.
Bengals.
Easy.
Bengals. Rams, Seattle will be a good one. I'm glad that that's at 1 o'clock. Chicago, Arizona's hard to decipher. I want to root for Houston, so I'll go Houston. So Parsons isn't playing?
Still out. Give me. Damn, that's a tough one. Okay, give me the commies. Haven't let me down yet. Actually, yeah, they have.
I'll take Kansas City. Against the Bucks in Kansas City Monday night. I don't see it for the Bucks. Continue to be undefeated. And they added another linebacker from the Patriots, and the Ravens added Deontay Johnson, so maybe that'll help. I mean, there was that one drop that was fucking infuriating. I don't know if you saw it, where Lamar extends the play, throws it downfield like 30, 40 yards, and then it just hits Bateman in the face.
Yeah, right off his face mask.
Right off his face mask. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Chargers, Cleveland, New England, Tennessee, Dallas, Atlanta, Chicago, Arizona, Rams, Seattle. What are you looking up over there?
Wait, you went already?
Yeah, I went already. I thought you were like doing research or some shit.
Oh no, I'm writing down the picks that I'm making. But
yeah, right. I have
I'll
1,
take...
2, 3, 4, 5. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I just took I took Kansas City.
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh my God, New England and Tennessee. That's horrible. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, that's a hard one to make. To Los Angeles. LA Rams, LA Chargers. Yeah, I see Jameis throwing like 3 picks in this one.
Yeah, that game will probably be like 15-12 or something. Like something stupid like that. 16-13.
I'll take Atlanta.
Fair enough. That might be a good. It's probably a good choice.
Yeah, Bucks are losing, and then Atlanta's winning. I feel.
Really, some separation happens, huh? Give me the Bears, dude. Give me a bounce back game for Caleb.
Nice.
Just because I think the Bears are better than Arizona.
I'll take the Rams.
I can see Arizona winning that.
I'll take the Rams, and you can decide between fucking New England, Tennessee.
I'll take New England just because they're fresh off a win, I guess. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very goodly. Vote yet?
no. We're gonna go
In person, or just drop it off?
Nah, in person, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Next week. Yeah.
Here, in case you want a guide, there's a lot of guides, but because it makes it very hard to read what the fuck you're voting for, because the way these motherfuckers write initiatives and shit, it'll be like to undo the undoing of an undo.
Over here is different. No,
Bitch, we both live in California. What are you talking about?
That looks like LA. All LA stuff.
Well, it's knockout. This is knockout LA. They do it's like a, but it helps for this voter guide. Will give you
for like the state
state stuff and
okay.
There might be some stuff specific to you, but I don't know. Like some of this stuff won't even be specific to me because like I'm in Downey, so I'm not like in LA City. So like so I'll vote on County of LA stuff. But this is a good knock. LA is a good one. They're like pretty easy. And then if you don't want to, if this one, there's also DSA LA as a voter guide also. And it just makes it easier to read because the way they write their initiatives, they use big words and shit to try to fucking confuse you on what you're voting for.
Yeah.
It'll be like, oh, it's for the environment. And then like later you find out like, actually it's to destroy the environment and blah, 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 you know, how that shit is. But this one, you also just go to elections. You can go to election voter guide. And it literally has everything for you. So, what would you fall under?
Okay. Central Valley.
Central Valley, is that on here? I don't know, but see, state of California. See all the props that they have.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't even looked at this. I think I'm gonna just do see, President to authorize 10 billion general. Yeah, it just makes it way easier to read. And then they give you a recommendation. We recommended yes on prop to improve our political infrastructure, blah, blah, whatever. So I think I'm gonna just fill out my ballot and then go turn it into a Dropbox because I feel like here.
Yeah, we said we were gonna do that too, but there's only like certain designated spots you can drop it off over here, and we would have to go drop it off somewhere in like Tulare, which is the main the town over, and this is the Tulare County.
Yeah.
So that's where all that stuff's at, and it's just like, nah, we'll just go.
Yeah.
The day of.
Yeah, so you could pull this up on your phone and shit or whatever, and while you're there. But so I just thought it'd help because these are because I remember the first time I went fucking voting without, I just raw dogged that shit, and I remember I was like trying to read the initiatives, and I was like, what the fuck?
When was your first one you voted for was? Trump?
The Trump one, yeah.
The Trump one?
I think I voted
16.
Did I vote for Hillary? Fuck. No, you know what? I didn't even vote for Hillary. Yeah, that's 16. I didn't even vote for Hillary because I think there's like a weird law where like if you're registered, like you know how they make you register as like a Republican or a Democrat?
Yeah.
I was registered as an independent. Or I think I'm still registered as an independent, but because I'm registered as an independent, I can't vote for the Democratic or the Republican. I had to vote for whoever falls as an independent. Or something like that. I forget. I think they switched it now, but I remember at the time, I just remember.
Like, that's got to be different now.
I remember I was like trying to see, like, I was like, hey, I was like going to vote for Hillary just because I was going to vote for Hillary. And then, and yeah, it just kind of felt like, I remember I asked and they were like, oh yeah. Actually, let me look it up. California have to vote for, what do you call that? affiliated or a registered party. Depending on your state's rules, you may only be allowed to vote for the political party you're registered with. This may apply when you vote in a president. Yeah, see? I don't know if okay, but tell me what states. For the primary, I think it's there. Unless it was a primary. No, it wasn't the primary. Who cares? But I think you should be fine. I mean, do you know where you're registered as?
Pretty sure I'm registered as a Democrat.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, you should be fine. But anyway, yeah. So it's DSA LA, and then the other one's NOC LA. But these are like better ones. So there's a bunch more. You might see other ones. But obviously, if it's like, you know, a Republican one, it'll probably be like, oh, vote this way. So just make sure you read what it is, and then.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good looks on that.
You're welcome.